So welcome to this channel guys. I myself Professor Pratik Prakash Kale, your tutor for this mechanics subject. Today we are going to see some concept about resultant, how to find resultant for coplanar concurrent force system. So moving to the content, first of all we have to discuss what is resultant. So for that you have to consider this definition. Consider any system is acted upon by PQRST 5 forces. Consider this system is acted upon by these all PQRST forces. Now it is possible to replace this entire force system. This is called as a force system by a single force that is called as a resultant, which will produce the same effect produced by these all five forces. This is shortly you can understand about the resultant. So the single force representing all the forces in the system is called as a resultant force. Now there are different methods of finding out this resultant. So the procedure of finding out resultant is called as composition of resultant. Now there are two basic methods. So first method is analytical method and second one is a graphical method. So say for this graphical method I will prepare one separate video. Okay, now in this lecture we are going to take one problem based on the analytical approach of finding out resultant for particular given force system. So in this we will be using law of parallelogram and concept of force resolution. So are you getting what exactly the force resolution is? So we will have this here. So what do you mean by force resolution? If you have given any force P which is having inclination with respect to horizontal as theta, then you can replace this force P by its mutually perpendicular two components like this. Okay, this will be Px and this will be Py. Now your inclination is with respect to horizontal member, so this Px will be your P cos theta and Py will be your P sin theta. If in case you given with inclination of P with respect to vertical, then in that case you will be having Py as P cos alpha and Px as P sin alpha, in which case when your inclination of P is given with vertical, that is alpha. Okay, please remember this. Always the component which is beside to the given inclination is always a cos component. Please remember this. Now we will solve uh, one problem, but before that we should know the procedure. So procedure, just a minute. Okay, so we will see one problem and we will discuss the procedure in that problem. Okay, so for finding out the resultant of coplanar concurrent force system, so for that we will consider this question. So after reading out the question we will start making its diagram. So what is question? So you have to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant of the concurrent forces which are acting on a particle as 8 Newton, 12 Newton, 15 Newton, 20 Newton, making an angle of 30, 70, 120 and 155 degree respectively with a fixed line. So first of all consider a fixed line. Then draw first force, that is 8 Newton and having inclination 30 degree with respect to fixed line. Then second force, this is 12 Newton and having inclination with a fixed line as 70 degree. Then third force which is greater than 90, therefore we will consider this y-axis also here. This is of magnitude 15 Newton and with respect to fixed line it is having inclination of 120 degree. So we can find out its inclination with respect to this axis also. So this will be 60 degree. It will be required to us. I will tell you. Okay. Now next force is 20 Newton. This is your 20 Newton force. And its inclination is also given with respect to a fixed line. How much it is? 155 degree. So from this fixed line, this inclination is 155 degree. So we can easily find out this, and this will be 25 degree. 180 minus 155. Similarly, 180 minus 120, that is 60. Yes or no? So this is all about the forces given to you with their inclination. Now we will modify this figure as per our requirement. Always remember the theta should be in between 0 to 90. Okay, so quadrantal angles should be used. So this angle for 20 degree was 25, and this for this force was 60 degree. Yes, this is given to you. They have given you this angle. You can easily calculate this angle. Now you have to follow one standard procedure to solve the resultant problem. So step 1 is to resolve all inclined forces in the system. So 8 Newton, it will be having its horizontal and vertical component representing first quadrant. So if you consider this uh, x and y axis, then this will be your first quadrant, this will be second quadrant, this will be third, and this one will be fourth, by taking a quadrants anti-clockwise. So this will represent first quadrant. This will be my, if this is theta of 30 degree, this will be 8 cos 30, this will be 8 sine 30. Similarly, if you consider second force, that is 12 Newton, then it will be also having its component representing first quadrant. Its inclination is 70 degree. So this will be 12 cos 70. This will be 12 sine 70. Now third force, which is acting in a second quadrant, okay, that is 15 Newton. So its component will represent second quadrant. This will be 15 sine, since theta is known to us with respect to horizontal, that is 60 degree. So this is 15 sine 60, and this will be 15 cos 60. Similarly, the fourth force, it is also in second quadrant, that is 20 Newton. It will also have its mutually two perpendicular component representing second quadrant. Its inclination with respect to horizontal is known. So this will be 20 cos 25. This will be 20 sine 25. Okay, try to understand the resolution of the inclined forces. Now in second step, you have to find sum of all horizontal forces. Okay, now you have given with inclined and you have converted it into horizontal and vertical force. So you have to calculate sum of all forces in x direction. Now you have to use certain sign convention. So we will use right side forces positive and left side forces negative. Okay, right side forces will be positive, left side forces will be negative. Okay, so consider the forces from this diagram. This is positive, this is positive, this is negative, this is negative. 8 cos 30, 12 cos 70. So 8 cos 30 plus 12 cos 70 positive, and 15 cos 60, 20 cos 25 negative. 15 cos 60 and 20 cos 25 negative equals to, you have to find the sum of these all forces. So 8 cos 30 plus 12 cos 70 minus 15 cos 60, it is 60 minus 20 cos 25. If there is any calculation mistake, okay, please do it very carefully. minus 14.59 means resultant of all horizontal forces is moving in left direction. Okay, it is showing left direction. Similarly, in step number 3, you have to find sum of all vertical forces. That is sum A of forces in y direction. Okay, you have to find. For this, we will use upward forces positive and downward forces negative. So look at all the resolved components, all are moving upward. So all will be positive. 8 sine 30, 12 sine 70, 8 sine 30 plus 12 sine 70 plus 15 sine 60 plus 20 sine 25, which will be equals to 8 sine 30 plus 12 sine 70 plus 15 sine 60 plus 20 sine 25. So this is equals to 36.72 Newton. This is positive, therefore it will show first quadrant, sorry, upward direction. Now in step number 3, as you are having your sum of fx and sum of fy like this, okay, this shows you that your resultant will be lying in a second quadrant. So step 3 is all about to define second quadrant, sorry, to define resultant. So two forces, you have to find its resultant. So using law of parallelogram, what you will do, they are sharing 90-degree angle with them. So whenever two forces are at 90-degree, for using law of parallelogram, the resultant will be first force square plus second force square, yes or no? So for that, you will be getting minus 14.59 square plus 36.72 square. So the resultant's value is 36.72 square root of the answer, that is 39.51 Newton. 39.51 Newton. Now you have to define its direction. The resultant is lying in second quadrant. You know the magnitude of resultant. Now the direction of resultant. Okay. So this is the scene right now. You are having summation fx. You are having summation fy. And you also having right now your resultant. Okay. Which is having magnitude 39.25, sorry, 51 Newton. Okay, now you have to define this alpha. So this alpha can be defined as, so step number 5, I think, no, fourth. So fourth step is direction of resultant. So alpha is your tan inverse of summation fy upon summation fx. So you will get value of alpha or theta, whatever it may be, shift tan into the bracket, what is summation fy? 36.72 divided by 14.59. So that is 68.33. 68.33 degree. Take one note here. Do not put negative sign, because this negative sign only shows its direction. Okay, the negative and positive signs used in this problem are only for the purpose of showing its direction. So in this way you can solve the problem of finding out resultant for coplanar concurrent force system. I hope you have got this problem. Try to solve much more problems by taking different combination of forces with different inclination. Thank you so much.